Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on Wednesday morning, September 21. Can you believe it's that late already? That's crazy to me. So I'm live on Facebook, and you can find me every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time right here on my business page. And you can find me any other time on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. So I'm going to, let me know when you get on, and I'm going to refresh my page here so that I can see comments, and then we will get started. Sorry, it always takes me a minute. Okay. Oopsie. Okay. So I can see a couple people on, but I don't see words yet. Oh no, I hope we don't have same comment problems as last time. Do you remember last week I kept having to refresh to see people commenting? I can see Marlene says good morning, hello. So hopefully that's not a problem again this time, and you guys can see each other's comments. That would be good too. Okay. So at least I have one person who's saying good morning. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for showing up. So I'm excited today. I have a few things that I'm going to show you. One is a reminder thing that maybe you either forgot or maybe you're new to me, so you haven't didn't learn this from me already. I'm going to show you an easy way to mount stamps so that they're lined up. Not that I'm still not perfect all the time, but I do a much better job with this technique. So also I have some other things. I have a new product that I bought since, oh good, I'm glad you can see your comments, that's good. A new product that I bought since Backstage that I'm excited to show you. I've been showing my, did I show my team? I feel like I showed my team, but now I'm not sure. But I showed my clubs this month. So looks like we're kind of light on people today, but we're just gonna have fun anyway. So I'm not gonna keep waiting and gabbing for no reason. Well, I will mention a couple things. First of all, today is the last day for the current week's weekly deals. There will be new ones tomorrow, and I will try to share them on Facebook, but I'm not sure how well I'll be able to share it on my website, on my blog, because I will be traveling. Hi Jamie. So anyway, I'm not sure how well I'll do on trying to share it other places. So so look for, you can click on the links to weekly deals on my website, and I'll try to share it other places. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, I never looked for my Post-it notes. They're probably here somewhere. That's what I always use to write my winners on. And I don't see them, so I'm going to have to use a different set. Sorry, just a sec. I forgot to do that. And a pen. I need a pen. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Terry. Thank you for letting me know that you're here and joining me today. Okay, so I'm about to do the randomizer. So, what did I do last week? I need to scroll down and see what I made last week, because I don't know, and I don't know how many projects I'm giving away. Oh, yeah. I made, so I must have made 2 projects because I see the one that Nadine did, I copied of Nadine's. So there must be 2 here somewhere. If there's not 2, I'll find one to give away. Okay, so I'm gonna do my randomizer. So I have 2 drawings that I'm doing, and I have everybody loaded up. If you don't know what a randomizer is, if you are new to me, when you share my video, and then you tell me that you shared it, then I enter you into a drawing, which my computer spins and does, and I call that my randomizer. And Jamie Rose, you're my first winner today. Jamie Rose. So I appreciate when you share, and so I like to give my things away that I made. So I'm going to pick another name. Congratulations, Jamie, and we're starting another one. And Marlene, woohoo! Marlene VanderZouwen, just in case there's another Marlene watching today. I feel like I have 2 or 3 Marlenes, 2 or 3 Marshas. You're welcome, Jamie. Okay, now I have to go back to, I'm done there. Going back there. Okay. Hi, Penny, thanks for sharing. Okay, so I am going to, when I get started, I'm going to show you how to mount a stamp easily, to help everything to be lined up well, your words to be lined up, your sticker to be lined up with your stamp. And I'm also showing a product that I just got, and I'm going to show you, it's sort of a sneak peek, not exactly a sneak peek, at a class that I'm doing. I'm actually going to be starting what do I call it? Dazzling card club. So eventually it's going to be subscription based. So you sign up for it, and then it just keeps, if I can figure it out right, you end up, you pay for it each month, and so then you come and you get product, you get, so I'll include $20 of product. You get to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, and a tutorial for it, and then obviously envelopes are included too. So that is what it's going to be in general. You can cancel at any time, but if you stay for 6 months, then you end up getting a swag bag of products and freebies, fun stuff, after the 6 months. So what I'm doing actually for October, so we're signing up for October. I didn't schedule things soon enough so that I could get anything done in September. We're actually going to be using the craft, note cards and envelopes. And so we're actually going to make 20 cards instead of just 8 cards. So I'm going to show you not necessarily exactly what we're going to be making, but some things that you can do with these note cards to give you other examples in addition to what you would find and learn at the class. So the stamp set that we're going to, so I'll always have a featured stamp set or bundle. And the stamp set that we're focusing on featuring is Very Best Occasions. It's in the mini catalog. And so all of our cards are going to be using the stamp set along with other products that we have. So, and this is, I left one of these stamps unmounted so that I could show you an easy way to mount them. So I'm going to put my camera down, and it's been a week. I had to figure it out. Okay, so I need my wand. Then I'm going to unbackwards you, upside down you, and then put you down, and then a little bit further. Okay, So the first thing that I want to show you is, well, so photopolymer stamps, those are the completely clear stamps. You don't need to mount them. They don't have stickers. That's not something that you need to do. But the cling stamp sets do have stickers that you're supposed to mount. So I'm going to show you an easy way to put them together it just makes it so that you get them right the first time. So we're going to put our sticker right on our block and peel off the backing. And then we have to peel off the backing on our stamp itself. And then we're going to flip it over. And so then you need good lighting for this. With any of our mounting, you need good lighting. And then you go straight down on your stamp and you have it all set up. So now you can either stamp with it or peel it off. Remember, you have to peel it off carefully and put it into, I always throw those away, put it into your, on your case. All right, so this is the stamp set that we're going to be using, and gotta make sure that's not in here. Okay, so I mounted the stamps. One more bonus to, besides the fact that you get 20 cards, and part of why I wanted to start with this is so the cards and envelopes, they come in a package like this, and there's this big long section here that looks blank. Well, it holds the pieces to make a box. So not only are we going to be making these cards, but we're going to be making a box to put them in. So you're welcome, Jamie. So I'm going to show you really quickly how we put this box together. It looks really big for being, this is the box bottom and box top. It looks really especially big, but it's so that it can be nice and sturdy. So I have all of my folds. Wait, is that the way? We'll find out if it's not. I have all my folds creased. Now, all of these folds are a little bit different. If there's a little outside edge, that's going to go the opposite way than everything else, because it's sort of a, kind of like a tab that holds things in place. So I'm first going to, is this the one? Yes, this is the one. So I'm first going to put this side together. So there's these little tab things that we want to wrap this end one around, this long one around. So we come down and see there's this little lip here that's left. It actually has 2 notches in it to hold the box bottom secure. So we're going to take this other one down. It's got a little lip. This other one down. Can you see the lips inside there? There's 1, 2, 3 around here. I'm not sure you can see that very well, but hopefully you get the idea. So it's sort of creating stability. So we're going to put these 2 tabs in, and then this comes around, comes down, and you see these notches right here? This tucks into, so I tuck this down, it tucks into this bottom. So now this bottom will stay all together, and I didn't even need any adhesive. So here's my bottom, and the top is very similar. So I'm going to do this side first. So I do the side opposite the, oops, I need to tuck that in. Opposite, well, I guess I should say, I do the side that has the little notches that hold the other side. Does that make sense? So I have that one done. Then this needs to come down. And this needs to come down. And then these 2 tabs come down. So it wraps around it, holds it in place, and tucks in those notches. Awesome, right? So we have this cute little box. And so this will be part of the card class, the card club, our first card club. So we'll probably decorate this a little bit too. And so this box can hold the 20 cards that comes in this package. So now I'm going to show you a couple of cards with using the craft note cards and envelopes. Okay, so they're actually a little bit smaller than a normal card, but I did check. Hi, Kathy. I did check that they are big enough to go through the mail. Sorry, I'm kind of bouncy today. So sorry. If I remember correctly, well, I can look on here. Have my grid paper down. This is, well, the card itself is 3.5 by 5. The envelope is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So they're big enough to mail without any extra postage. I know that sounds weird, but yes, it has to be big enough. Yeah, the box is awesome. But it has to be big enough to go through the mail without having extra postage. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is a sneak peek at one of the items that we're going to be using. This is, now I forgot. Okay, so it's not the current in colors, but the ones that have been around for a year plus already. So, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, and Fresh Freesia. We're going to be using that designer paper stack. So this is a 3 by 3 piece, and I have it scored at a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to crease it on that score line. And then I'm going to put adhesive on it to hold it in place. All right, so this is going to be a really quick card. This is, most of them are probably going to be quick cards that I'm planning to do, especially if we're going to be doing 20 of them. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here like this. Obviously, this is the polished pink. There's, hi Nancy. There is obviously this plaid and polka dots, and I should show you the other. Where's my, I don't know where the rest of my pack is to show you the other designs. I'm hiding it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so there's plaid and polka dot, and then, oh, here's the other. Here's the polished pink. So then there's flowers and stripes. So we're going to be using this pack with this class. And I have some, thank you for sharing. I have some of the polished pink. It's called Open Weave ribbon. This is available in all of the colors in this, the in colors, this set of in colors. And I'm going to do bunny ears to make a bow. So I have my two bunny ears. I'm going to cross them and bring one loop through and then tighten it. Ooh, that was a big one. It's hard because you have to make the ears big enough so that you can work with them, but then you have such a long piece left over. Okay, so that's big enough for me. So I'm going to cut this here and here. Then instead of using, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but the craft cardstock seems to have like a coating on it that I don't know, it needs a little extra help or something. And so instead of using liquid glue dots, I'm not liquid glue dots. Instead of using glue dots, I'm using liquid glue. So I'm just going to put a big dot of glue there. Quick tip for those of you who don't have a special thing for your liquid glue but want it to be to the bottom, I just use my ribbon holder to keep it standing upright. Can you see that? So you can keep an old one or just pull out a ribbon that you have. So I'm going to put it on there and just hold it a little bit. Okay. So next thing I'm going to use is a saying. It says, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So hopefully you can see I'm kind of, oh, empty pill bottles, that's a good idea. I don't know, I like to keep what's close to me. I would forget to bring it down, or I don't know what. Okay, so I'm sending you smiles. Where's my white cardstock? So I just have a piece of scrap here that I'm using. And I'm stamping this. Sending you smiles. And now I'm using this, I think it's called postage stamp punch. Makes me think of that. We used to have a postage stamp set, and suddenly I can't remember what this punch is called. Okay, so I have my words punched out, and I'm going to put dimensionals on here if I can find them. You know that's the thing that I always lose. So I found some strips of it. That's what we're going to use today. So I put strips here. I'll just do a longer strip here. So we're going to put this here. And we're going to top it off with, so these are the same color of In Colors, the 2021 to 2023 opal rounds. And so I'm going to use this little polished pink. Oops, I let it stick to my finger instead of my cardstock. Polished pink dot. And look, my card's done. How cute is that? It's so simple. So I'm not sure that we will make this card. I'm just trying to show you other ideas with the things that we're going to be using. But you certainly can make a whole bunch of these cards. You could make them in all of the different colors of the In Colors. So I'm doing that. Okay, so now I have another new product that I want to show you. And it is, first of all, do you remember my sharing my swap that I got from a French demonstrator at Backstage? So I had to have those masks. They're $10. They're called Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. And I'm going to show you really quick what they look like. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. So first of all, there's this one. You have both the negative and the punched out piece of this. So you can use your blending brush inside here to get the shape of this. Or if you did the opposite, you could put this down and blend around it, so then you'd have color around your punched out piece. So there's that. Then there's this piece. I think that's quatrefoil. And this piece, flowers, if you can't tell. It's kind of fine. And then this big plaid. And then this one's my favorite. Oops. This one's my favorite. I just love that one. I don't know what to call that one, but I love it. And that's the one that she had used on her swap too. So I'm going to show you how I like to use it. And we're going to make another card. So I have been using my Stamparatus. And what I do is I put my grid paper on here, and I put a little bit of adhesive where I'm going to put my cardstock down. So I line it up. It doesn't really have to be lined up to anything, but I just am in the habit of doing it. So I'm putting that on there. And then I can put my mask down with my magnets. So my cardstock is staying in place and my mask is staying in place. So it's quite dandy. Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm using my a blending brush, and Evening Evergreen is what I'm putting together. So this one I'm doing a little bit differently, and I forgot to bring, do I have a card over here? I've been doing this with my club also, and I'm doing it a little bit differently than what I did with my club. Okay, I think there's some behind me. Okay, remind me that I'll show you my club card as well. But this I want to be more subtle than that. So I'm inking up. Some people rub it. I just tap it. I don't know why. And then I want to tap it off because I don't want too much. And I'm just going over this lightly. It's a dark color, so it will show up still. And you may not be able to, oh yeah, you can see some color. I'm not trying to get everywhere. I'm sort of doing it like my Demonstrator friend had done on her swap. So I'm just doing a little bit. Done with that. And I'll pull these off. And look, I have, okay, so when you do this, then you just twist it off. And you still have adhesive there for your next project. So I have my plaid looking stuff, but I don't have it all the way to the edge. I just wanted it sort of soft in the middle. So now I'm going to use that for my card. I absolutely love these masks. Did I tell you? I don't remember the page number that it's on. We talked about it last night and I already forgot. 127, 128, I don't know. That's what I feel like. Okay, so we have this. Anyway, they're $10. That's all that I remember at the moment. I don't remember what. Well, thank you, Nancy. 128. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece of the Evening Evergreen. It's just a scrap that I found. And I'm going to put this up here. And I'm going to stamp this one. And I'm going to use... this stamp says, "You're the best." And, or no, "You're the best ever." Ever, even. I'm going to ink this up with my black StazOn. I love black StazOn, and I'm working with red rubber, so I can use that. All right, so I have this here, and I'm going to attach this to my card now. I know. Well, see, I have seen them before, and I don't feel like I want that far down. Just a sec. I use smaller pieces than on my scrap. I'm gonna move it down. We'll just like it better. I had seen them, honestly, Nancy, but I've had masks before. And I didn't really use them tons. And it sort of chewed up your sponges and whatever, but it's different now. We have blending brushes and they work so well together. So I have this on here, and now I'm going to use my Opal Rounds again. And I want a light. So this is actually a soft succulent one. I want a soft succulent one right here. And then I'm going to use a big evening evergreen one here. And then a small evening evergreen one, I decided. And that's it. That's my card. So we're making the box and we're making 20 cards. These are not necessarily the cards that we're making. Sorry, I am bouncing like crazy, so sorry. But these are the products that we're going to be using for my class. And I will be sending out an invitation to everybody that's on my mailing list, and information how you can get on my mailing list for signing up for this class. Oh, so I forgot to tell you. Well, I'm going to lift up. I'm done stamping, so I'm going to lift this up. So I'm going to upside down you, put you backwards again, and lift you up. Hopefully I have it on here right. Okay. So the class itself, I don't think that I even told you the price. Okay, so here's the first one that I did. Obviously, you can do all sorts of colors with these because we have everything is coordinating. Thank you, Marlene. I'm glad that you like it. So the class is going to be $35. It includes all the supplies that you need to make it. And you can add on the stamp set if you want to as part of your registration. I will have that in the registration link, and you can choose to do that or not. The class is going to be Thursday, October 13. Yes. Thursday, October 13 at 7 p.m. and also Friday morning, the 14th at 10 a.m. So, my intention is that after this month, I didn't get it all set in my mind and figured out and put together to share with everybody. Excuse me. My intention is to do this the first Tuesday of every month. So, and I'm for sure doing like a morning and evening class time. You can choose which one works best for you. I'm also considering, if people have an interest or we need more space or whatever, doing an afternoon, like a 2 p.m. one. So we'll just see. But anyway, so I will be sending out information about that after I have my video edited and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Oh, and I'll show you the box too while I'm up. So here's the box. So it's not that terribly thick, but it's supposed to hold all their 20 cards. So this would be a perfect gift idea for Christmas. Yeah, it's good timing, and I love this stuff. It's funny, it just hit me. Both of these are plaids, but they're different because I used two different products. Let's see. Showed you my card. I better look at my list. I wrote a list. Told you about the class. Oh, the deadline for the class is going to be October 7. I need to put that in the class information too, because I forgot that part. Told you the class. I mounted the stamp to give you an easier way to do that. Made the cards and made the box. So I guess that's it. So I will be gone for several days, but I have stuff all scheduled out to show you. I still have so many swaps to share with you. Excuse me. So I stamped today, but I'm showing you swaps for after tomorrow. So I will sort of be unavailable, but I can check things here and there, but you won't hear from me quickly if you try to contact me for a few days. I think that's all that I have to tell you. Oh, so retreat, 1-day crafting retreat. That ends, the registration ends on October 1, at least for, I'll probably extend it another week, maybe 2, but if it's extended, it's more expensive. So the registration will be done October 1. It's $65. It's an all-day thing. It's so much fun. We have a great time. We include lunch and supper and dessert and pillow gifts. I love pillow gifts. So if you don't know what pillow gifts are, some people call them table gifts, but I have an affinity toward, oh, that reminds me, one more thing I have to tell you. I have an affinity toward pillow gifts because it's a Stampin' Up! Term for on the incentive trip. Like when you go on the trip and you come back to your room at night, you have a gift from them every single night. It's amazing and wonderful. Sometimes it's product, sometimes it's a bag, sometimes it's like a nice bag, not just a whatever kind of canvas bag, though we've gotten those too. But like I'm still using my purse from my very first big incentive trip to my Alaskan cruise. I still use it. It's sort of wearing out, but I love it so much. And by the way, I don't know if I need to do this in words or just in writing, but the fact that I earn a cruise, that is not normal. That is for less than 1% of the company earns the incentive trip. And we are supposed to tell you that for truth in advertising. Like, just because you sign up to be a demonstrator doesn't mean that you will have those same results. But it can happen. It's an opportunity. And I earned the trip for next year. I just did on Saturday. So thank you all very much, all of my customers, my team members. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you a lot. Thanks, Nancy. So if you didn't know, the next trip that we, thank you. The next trip is actually to, it's a cruise to Norway. But Todd and I are thinking that, well, it's the same kind of timing that we wanted to go to Maine. And so most likely we're just going to cash out and go there. But we're so excited. I'm so sorry. Lack of sleep and combined with appreciation. Well, you know I'm a puddle anyway. But those two things always get me. Thank you, Cindy and Jamie. I appreciate it. Okay, so anyway, that was my last thing that I knew I wanted to share with you. So, anyway, thank you so much. I think that was it. As if that wasn't enough. So many things to share. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. Tomorrow is not an incentive trip, by the way. We're just going on a vacation to see my sister. I'm so excited. So, thank you for joining me. I will send you information regarding this class that I'm turning into a card club. I want it to be like an every month sort of thing. And if you keep doing it every month, once you are, once you've stayed for 6 months, then you get a special gift, swag bag. Swag bags are always so much fun. We get them for our on stage and stuff like that. Anyway, so I will send you information that's in writing. So thank you for joining me today. I will see you again next week. We will be back home. Thank you, Marlene. We will be back home by Tuesday sometime. But in case anybody remembers, I usually have an all occasions card class on the last Tuesday of the month. More things came up, and so that's not happening. But I am going to do it on the first Tuesday of the month for that one, since I wasn't able to schedule my my card club for that. I couldn't get it together quick enough. So I will see you next week. So have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.